Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and are having a flare-free day. You finally got an appointment with a doctor. You've probably waited weeks or months for this appointment, and you've only got 10 minutes to make someone understand the pain that has shaped your entire life. I have been there too. I've been in that chair. I have been in that anxiety storm that is in my head saying, how can I get this one person to understand me in only 10 minutes? Trying to explain my pain that doesn't fit into a perfect box. This video is about supporting you in those 10 minutes. So if you're feeling anxious right now, let's take a deep breath together. It's gonna be okay. We're in it together. You have the tools in your toolbox to do this. And I'm gonna give you 5 specific tips today to help you through that 10 minutes. The first tip is to have just one clear goal. I know myself, and in previous appointments going in for my endometriosis pain, I at times didn't know what my number one goal was. I think I was just excited to finally get a doctor's appointment. And going into that appointment, I just sometimes felt scatterbrained. I was like, what am I actually here for? What do I want out of this? Like, what are the next steps? And I think a lot of the times I left that goal in the doctor's hands. I left it to them to decide what is best for me. If you only have 10 minutes in an appointment, it is so grounding and freeing to come in with a plan of your own. Before you walk into that doctor's appointment, ask yourself, what do I need most in this appointment? Not what I want. Okay, that's a specific distinction there. It's not what you want. It is what you need. Maybe it's, I need a referral to a specialist. I need better pain management. I need an answer for this pain. Write this one goal at the top of your notes, or even on a little sticky note and put it on your notebook so that you can look down to it and just be reminded in the appointment of your number one goal. Having one goal instead of 2 or 5 keeps your brain steady in that appointment because it is anxiety inducing. It is very nerve-wracking. I feel like my heart races, and sometimes when you have one specific goal, you can be focused, especially when your mind starts to spin, which it probably will, because I have been there too. Second tip I have for you in this 10-minute appointment is lead with how it affects your daily life. Doctors are trained to look at function. So when you describe your pain to this doctor, connect with how it impacts your day-to-day life and how you are able or not able to function daily. So instead of, I have really bad cramps, that tells them a story, of course, and that gives perspective on what you feel, but give it function. Use instead, I can't stand long enough to cook a meal. I can't physically pick up my child when I feel this pain. I miss several days of work because I cannot get out of bed. These aren't just symptoms that you're talking about. Of course, your symptoms are important and they will probably ask what your symptoms are. So you could say, I do have bad cramping, I do have fatigue, I do feel this upper right thigh leg pain. Of course, say that, but tie directly to how you are able or not able to function in your daily life. I feel like framing it this way with only 10 minutes allows your doctor to really clue in, to really see how it impacts your day-to-day life. Tip number 3 for this 10-minute appointment with your doctor: bring notes and keep them simple. I love to write. I love to flourish my words to make them feel a little bit more understood, but I find that keeping it plain and simple is the best thing that you can do for yourself if you don't have time on your side. When you're only in a 10-minute appointment, you can feel rushed, and again, you can feel that anxiety creep in. I have noticed that in past appointments, in that environment, I have forgotten what I wanted to say, and I didn't use my 10 minutes as best as I could. I felt like I left appointments saying, oh, I could have said this, or I didn't say that, or I forgot about that number one thing that I wanted to say about how my symptoms impact me. Before your appointment, if you're in the waiting room or even the night before, jot down these things. When your pain happens, dates and patterns. So if it's the first day of your period, the second day of your period, the full time of your period, what makes it better or worse? Having a hot water bottle helps me. Taking this certain medication off the counter helps me. What you have already tried. Keep it short. I would even have a hard copy of this list to actually physically give to your doctor if you are caught up in the appointment where you forget what you want to say. So again, have pain, dates, triggers, and treatments you've tried. Tip number 4, in your 10-minute appointment, use assertive words and phrasing. If you feel rushed or brushed off in this appointment, take a deep breath. Remember me right now saying, you got this, keep calm. You got this, keep calm. Steady phrases help you keep the conversation on track. I understand your point, but this pain impacts my life. What would be the next steps if this pain continues? I would like to understand what other options are available to me. These are powerful statements because they keep you focused. You're not necessarily asking for sympathy, which I think we would all like to have in a doctor's appointment. But with all of that aside, you're really not asking for sympathy, you're asking for care. Tip number 5 in your 10-minute appointment with a doctor: ask for a plan before you leave. I have found in my past journey with doctors, I left that appointment without knowing what the next steps were. Did they order me an ultrasound? Should I be following up with the nurse at the front? Should I talk to them next? When should I reach out? Before you go, take a second to ask for a follow-up or the next steps in your journey. Again, it's okay to have that assertive language to say, before we leave today, what are my next steps? What's the plan from here? When should I follow up with you, or when will you follow up with me? Put the onus on them. It doesn't always have to be on your shoulders to follow up. If my pain doesn't improve, what are my next steps? You deserve clarity. Having a plan gives you direction. And for myself, it allows me to not feel like I'm starting from scratch every time I go to the same doctor. You deserve care that listens, even if it's only 10 minutes. I also want to remind you that with all of these tips, you don't have to perfectly word your pain to deserve help and support. Even if progress feels slow right now, every time you prepare, every time you speak up confidently, every time you ask for clarity and direction, you are building momentum. If you have other tips that have helped you in a doctor's appointment, feel free to comment them down below, especially if it's related to having only 10 minutes with that doctor. You are deserving of care. I am thinking of each and every one of you alongside your journey. I cannot wait to talk to you on the next video.